Water. Water, or H2O in its pure form, is a tasteless and odorless substance that is essential to all known forms of life. A molecule of water contains 2 atoms of water. It is known as the universal solvent. It is also called the universal solvent because it can dissolve almost any substance. Certain substances may be dissolved quickly, while some others may take time to dissolve. Water usually appears colorless to the naked eye in small quantities, though it can be seen to be blue in large quantities or with scientific instruments. Water exists in many places in varied forms. It appears mostly in the oceans and polar ice caps. It also occurs as clouds, rainwater, rivers, freshwater aquifers, and sea ice. On the planet, water is continuously moving through the cycle involving evaporation, precipitation, and runoff to the sea. Water fit for human consumption is called drinking water or potable water. Water that is not specifically made for drinking but is not harmful for humans when used for food preparation is called safe water. The ancient philosophers regarded water as a basic element typifying all liquid substances. Scientists did not discard that view until the latter half of the 18th century. In 1781, the British chemist Henry Cavendish synthesized water by detonating a mixture of hydrogen and air. However, the results of his experiments were not clearly interpreted until 2 years later, when the French chemist Antoine Laurent Lavoisier proved that water was not an element but a compound of oxygen and hydrogen. In a scientific paper presented in 1804, the French chemist Joseph-Louis Gay-Lussac and the German naturalist Alexander von Humboldt demonstrated jointly that water consisted of 2 volumes of hydrogen to 1 of oxygen as expressed by the present-day formula H2O. Almost all the hydrogen in water has an atomic weight of 1. The American chemist Harold Clayton Urey discovered in 1932 the presence in water of a small amount of the so-called heavy water or deuterium oxide, D2O. Deuterium is the hydrogen isotope with an atomic weight of 2. In 1951, the American chemist Aristid Grosse discovered that naturally occurring water contains minute traces of tritium oxide, T2O. Tritium is the hydrogen isotope with an atomic weight of 3. The important properties of water are listed below. Pure water is an odorless, tasteless liquid. It has a bluish tint which may be detected, however, only in layers of considerable depth. Under standard atmospheric pressure, 760 mm of mercury or 760 torr, the freezing point of water is 0 degrees centigrade or 32 degrees Fahrenheit and its boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Water attains its maximum density at a temperature of 4 degrees centigrade or 39 degrees Fahrenheit and expands upon freezing. Like most other liquids, water can exist in a supercooled state. That is, it may remain a liquid although its temperature is below its freezing point. Water can easily be cooled to about minus 25 degrees centigrade or minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit without freezing, either under laboratory conditions or in the atmosphere itself. Supercooled water will freeze if it is disturbed if the temperature is lowered further, or if an ice crystal or other particle is added to it. Its physical properties are used as standards to define the calorie and specific and latent heat, and in the metric system for the original definition of the unit of mass, the gram. Water is one of the best known ionizing agents. Because most substances are somewhat soluble in water, it is frequently called the universal solvent. Water combines with certain salts to form hydrates. It reacts with metal oxides to form acids. It acts as a catalyst in many important chemical reactions.